Hello and welcome to my channel Happy Hours. In my last video, I discussed about the rise of fascism and Mussolini in Italy, where I discussed about the background, causes and its features, and establishment of corporate state and about the policies made by Mussolini. In this video, I am going to discuss about the Great Economic Depression of the year 1929 to 30, where I am going to discuss about the reasons, solutions, and about the New Deal of Roosevelt. So, what are we waiting for? Let's understand about the Great Economic Depression 1929 to 1930. Great Economic Depression 1929 to 30 was the ultimate impact of the First World War. It was long-lasting economic recession in the history of Western industrialized world. However, the timing of this was different in different countries. In most of it was started in the year 1929 when the panic spread in the Wall Street because of the historic fall in the stock market on October 29, 1929, and was named as Black Tuesday. Now we should understand, or we can focus on the causes of the Great Economic Depression. The first is the First World War. During the First World War, all the industries of Europe had converted into war industries. Therefore, there was huge demand of consumer goods. America emerged as biggest supplier, due to which American industries and financial sectors had huge growth. American banks had invested in the major stock exchanges of the world. The purchasing power of the European countries had decreased, which resulted in the decrease in the demand of American goods. It automatically leads to the recession in American economy and ultimately in global economy. Second is the economic nationalism. During the First World War, there was huge expenditure of the major countries and they were in huge debt. So in order to protect the domestic industries, economic nationalism was adopted. The meaning of economic nationalism was export, promotion, and import restriction. This policy had badly affected the economies of smaller countries, which finally resulted in global recession. Third is the decline in the American share market. During the First World War, there was huge industrial and capitalist growth in America. Therefore, American stock exchange had received high investment. American banks invested in the major banks of the whole world. But the rumor of recession badly affected the stock market. There was huge fall in single day. American banks started pulling the investment from the European financial institutions and major banks of Asia. This was global economic recession. Next aspect is the solution. The countries came together with different solutions and we are going to discuss them one by one. First is the Hoover Plan, 1931. American President Hoover in 1931 proposed the solution to the economic problem. Under this, he requested that all the countries should defer the international payment for 1 year. He wanted to give relief to the countries to develop its economy so that trade and commerce will receive major boost. But this plan could not be implemented. So we can say the Hoover Plan was failed. Second is the London meeting, 1933. A conference was organized in London in the 1933 to consider the economic crisis. 60 nations had participated in this conference. Many smaller countries demanded the end of economic nationalism. They wanted to maintain the balance of trade in order to stabilize the economic, but big powers did not agree with the proposal. The conference could not reach on an unanimous decision. Therefore, London meeting was also failed. Third and the last one is the New Deal of Roosevelt. Roosevelt was US President. He invited special session of American Parliament which lasted for 100 days in 1933. During the discussion in the parliament, three important laws were passed related to industries, agriculture, and social sectors. These are collectively called as New Deal or New Behavior. It was based on three R's, which were relief, recovery, and reform. There were various policies of New Deal program. First is the industrial policy. An act was passed which was National Industrial Revival Act. Second is the agricultural policy, also known as the Agricultural Adjustment Act, and the third one is the social policy, Social Resurgent Act. Under this, I'm going to discuss about the industrial policy first. The National Industrial Revival Act was enacted to bring the industrial sector out of the crisis. America is a capitalist economy without any restriction imposed by the government. But after this act, government decided to maintain strict control on production and trade. Government wanted to give a uniform attention to all the areas of the industries so that uniform industrialization and uniform assessment of market could be made. Through this, the efforts were made to increase the employment opportunities and to increase the purchasing power of the people. Due to these efforts, employment increased by 37% within a year, while wages increased by 25%. This is all about the National Industrial Revival. Second is the agricultural policy. Under the policy, the Agricultural Adjustment Act was formed. Banks were permitted to give loans to the farmers. Government gave special incentive on production of commercial like cotton, wheat and tobacco. Due to these efforts, the income of the farmers had doubled within 2 years. Next and the last one is the social policy. The American Federation had enacted Social Resurgence Act. American Parliament had passed Social Resurgence Act. Under this act, public health, old age, pension and help to helpless were started. Employment guarantee program was also started. American government had started Tennessee Valley project to generate huge employment for the public. It also resulted in the development of infrastructure. By these, all the America came out of recession, and by 1933 world recession almost considered over. With this, we have understood about the Great Economic Depression of 1929 to 30. So now I am going to conclude my video. If you find the content of the video interesting, kindly like, share and subscribe. Thank you.